Yeah.
Welcome to the first ever edition of Screen Squad. I'm Kevin alongside Andy, also known as Combat Jones. How you doing tonight?
What's up? I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good, it's been a busy week. I know you've been watching a lot of sports. I've been watching a lot of sports. I
Yeah.
know you've been watching a lot of wrestling. I've been watching a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
Been watching some TV, watching some movies. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of everything into this.
All types of wrestling and sports going crazy right now.
All the shenanigans.
Stressing me right out.
I hear ya. Your squad's locked 2-2 with Florida right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and they're gonna play tonight. And it's a home game, People are saying this could at the Garden, yeah. It's at the Garden. So hopefully they're able to pull it out, which would mean that it would have to go 7 games, regardless, right?
Yeah. I honestly don't see that series going shorter than 7.
Yeah, and so we're talking about the Rangers and Panthers, obviously, and people are saying that it could be one of the best playoff series we've had in a long time to go down with the ages to 1994 with the Rangers versus the New Jersey Devils for the Eastern Conference Finals, which went 7 games into double overtime.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's back when Devils were wearing the Christmas colors, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with Niedermeyer and all them guys. So and Brodeer, yeah. So
I'm gonna say this: as far as like the first couple games of the series have gone, Game 1 specifically, the Rangers just looked flat. They looked slow. It didn't really seem like they were in it, and they ended up losing 3-0. Bobrovsky with the fucking amazing shutout stood on his head that whole third period. I couldn't believe that crap.
Yeah, he's been great the whole playoffs. I mean, and even most of the year, obviously. And that's just like the Panthers game, of course. But I do think the game, it was closer than it seemed, though, also, because the Rangers had 2 or 3 fast break opportunities by some of the younger players that they could have scored on. And if they had scored on them, I do believe they would have won, because it was 3-0 shutout. But you also had a Lafreniere put the goal in on his own net, and
dude,
that wouldn't have even happened had they been up or had they been tied, because just the way that it was when they're trying to clear their goalie out and stuff. So yeah,
right. I'm with you on that. That was, you know what that reminded me of? I can't remember. I swear it was Edmonton back in the day.
Yeah,
going in on an empty net, and he fell, and then like as he was going in on the goal, empty net, he got being cocky. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. There's a few that have
so
happened.
Close to the net, and then he fell. I think it was Dallas. Dallas picked up the puck and went down the other end and fucking scored.
Yeah, there's been some real heartbreaking empty net goals like that put it in on their own goal, rather, and it's just that's a tough one.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
I mean, fortunately, I think the Rangers were going to lose that game anyway at that point, so it probably didn't mean much because it was right at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of killed all hope, and it kind of did, it kind of it's just what the Panthers were going to do to them once they pulled the goalie, probably. But even with the last game,
the juice.
Yeah, it took the juice out of them. But, it is 2-2. But in all fairness, like, it has looked like Florida has somewhat outplayed the Rangers the whole series. But in the end, not really, also in other ways, analytically wise, because it could have been 3-1 right now. The last game went to overtime. And the Rangers had a few bad penalties, and they called a bad penalty on Blake Wheeler at the end. It was either he give up he hooked the guy, and he could have let him have the fast break and trusted Igor. And if he would have done that, you're putting your trust in the best goalie in the game. Like,
100%. He should have just did that.
Like, and then it would be 3-1. The Rangers could have scored. You don't know. And it's crazy to think it could be 3-1 with how lopsided the series has seemed, but it's not. But it's 2-2, so you don't know. Anything can happen. It's got potential to be a great. Yeah.
When you say lopsided, like there's moments where it has looked lopsided in favor of Florida.
Yeah.
But then there's moments where it also looked lopsided in favor of New York. Like,
yeah, and we've had 3 overtime games.
Exactly.
And
that's what I'm saying.
New York seems like they've played better in all 3 overtimes.
They played better in all 3 overtimes than they did in first, second, and third period of 4 games.
Right.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
But
so they pick their spots. They take advantage of their spots. Yeah.
They do. As a Buffalo fan, normally when I see a former Sabre in the playoffs, it bothers me, especially with the way the Sabres have not made the playoffs in over 12 years.
Yeah.
But Kyle O'Reilly making his name again towards the end of his career with the Florida Panthers. I know we're both rooting for the Rangers here, but
right.
I would like to see O'Reilly retire with a cup. That's the only way I would ever say I want Florida to win anything, is because Kyle O'Reilly. The dude deserves it. He put up with so much sadness and depression being a Buffalo Sabre that he needs to retire on a high note, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
With that.
Well, with Eichel too, losing Eichel and then him winning the championship too. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I hate that dirty looking son of a bitch so much.
Yeah, it seems like most people from Buffalo, do. So
like
and
if he left on better terms, I wouldn't hate him like I do. But regardless, moving on to the next series, Florida, you got what's up?
Just to say, the Golden Knights were absolutely the villains of the season this year.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. When they got knocked out, I was so happy. Probably happier than I should have been.
Yeah, that was a crazy series, too, with Dallas, which, leads to
Dallas and Edmonton.
Yeah.
That series they're locked 2-2 right now, too.
Yeah, and I just don't know because Dallas, they go down. They'll go down 2-0 in a series, and then they'll come back and win against the defending champs, and Edmonton, they'll go down a few goals too, and then they'll just explode and score fucking 5 or 6 goals on your ass. So I don't even know.
They're both high.
I'm not sure if the Rangers were to beat. Yeah, and you got to make stops too. That's the thing. Yeah, if your goalie can make stops and you're going to be able to score like that, then but
realistically, the end of this playoffs going to the NHL Finals is really going to come down to who's the better goaltender.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see who gets hot at the end, and how the refs play the games and
And before I butcher his name, I don't want to. You're a Rangers fan. How do you say your goalie's last name?
Shesterkin.
I was close.
Shesterkin. Yeah, Igor Shesterkin. Yep.
I like him.
Igor.
He's not King Henrik, but he's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, shit. He's on his way. I mean, he's for the time that he's been there, for what he's done, it's very impressive because people like his first season, especially when they went up to like Tampa Bay in that series and that season leading into that one a few years ago. People were like, "Oh, he's kind of like a flash in the pan, and he's really not that good. He's just playing out of his mind this season, but he's done it." So
I'm here for it.
You can't hang most of the losses on him. He did have like a little rough patch during the early mid season, and thankfully they have Jonathan Quick in there, which is a huge pickup, which they still have on the bench and they haven't used in the playoffs at all. But it's crazy, and he re-signed for next year already. So,
and it's crazy looking back at Jonathan Quick's career to see him even as a backup now is just wild to me. But to have a backup like Jonathan Quick,
right,
dude, I mean, I'd be content with either guy in that.
Yeah, because there was one point during the season where they're like, okay, should we just leave Quick in because Shesty's not doing that good? So, but
and then there's moments when
here we are now. He came out of his little slump and went nuts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude stands on his fucking head, and I love it. Granted, I hate seeing goalies have to stand on their head. Defense got to
Yeah,
step up a little bit.
yeah. I agree. Yeah,
But
there's a lot of
overall,
guys that got to step up. I mean, yeah,
dude, Zibanejad.
yeah. He needs to step up. Panarin needs to step up. Kreider needs to step up a little more. But Tkachuk did call Kreider out after this last game, so we'll see, because they kind of had a little interaction near the end, and Kreider took Tkachuk's mouth guard that he likes to chew on, and he took it from him. He threw it up in the stands, and Tkachuk told Tkachuk, "That's the best play you've made all game." So
Dude.
I'm thinking, yeah, and so we'll see if Chris Kreider can, answer tonight and get a few deflection goals, because he's definitely probably easily the best in the NHL with the deflections.
Oh, dude, that last one was nuts.
Yeah.
And
Panarin hasn't showed up much either, so he needs to come in there.
Like,
the
your
times
two
he has
big
showed up
names on
has
the
been
team,
big. He
Panarin
does
and
have.
Zibanejad.
Yeah. Panarin has some assists, and his 3 goals in the playoffs he does have are all game-winning goals, but we need them when it matters,
Right.
because that's kind of what's been happening the last few years, is that doubt with Panarin in the playoffs, that he doesn't
100%.
show up. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. So you see Rangers in 7?
Yeah, I hope in 6, but yeah.
Don't we all? But
I'm not gonna pick Florida. Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, you could stick with your Rangers in 6. I'm going to say Rangers in 7 only because Game 7 would be back at the Garden, right?
It would, yeah, and that's what makes it so stressful, because at this time in 1994, when they played the Devils for that great series, they were stuck at 2-2, right? And then they lost the next 2,
Mm-hmm.
so they were down 3-2. Then they had to win 1 in New Jersey on the road, which was the guarantee game, which Mark Messier guaranteed the win. And then they went on to Game 7 at home for a double overtime victory from Mato. Yeah. So
let's hope they get it done, man. But who's your pick for Edmonton, Dallas? How do you think the series will end?
Ooh, I think, God, I don't even know. I think Dallas is gonna win. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough one, man, because like you said, Dallas has that ability to.
I think their fundamentals are going to win it somehow. Like, I think they're going to outlast the Oilers, like their talent, kind of.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I kind of want the Oilers to win more. Yeah. But.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't want to say it, but that's realistically what I'm thinking too. I would like to see Edmonton win, but I really think Dallas is just gonna. It's gonna come down to like a boxing match, like who's got the better cardio at the end.
Yeah, and I think they're more tested at this point.
Agreed.
But it might be, McDavid might go crazy, and this guy and that guy, and they might end up surprising everybody. Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
It might be his year, because we it's about time for him to finally make it, too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, the fact that Eichel already got one.
Yeah. Part of a very, very great team too. Already he made the team a lot better. Absolutely, he was definitely a great fit with Vegas. But
yeah, Vegas was already primed
stacked
to
last year.
win
Yeah,
that was crazy.
There's no clear winner this year. I mean, you could say this team, that team, a few, right? Last year, you probably assumed it was going to be Vegas or Boston until they got knocked out of the first round. People would assume it was going to be Boston.
But don't hurt any of the Boston fans, eh?
Yeah, and then the year prior to that, everybody knew the Avalanche were going to win. Like McKinnon and Makar and Rantanen, everybody knew it was their year that year.
Yeah, this is the first year I think it could really go to anybody.
Yeah. The odds are pretty split. They're pretty close, and you can't always go off them. So we'll see.
No, But switching it up now, we got some NBA going on. The Celtics swept the Pacers, man. I mean, I think we all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I just want to run through some stats real quick to tell you. Game 1, we went to overtime. Celtics won 133 to 128. Tatum had 36 points, 10 of those in overtime. Drew Holiday, 28 points. And then Halliburton basically does what he always does and carried the Pacers with 25 points and 10 assists.
Yeah, well, that game was that was a rough one for them. The Pacers were up big, you know.
They were
in Boston. So when you go on and lose a game like that and you give it up, poof, that's hard, you know.
Did you see that game tying 3 by Brown?
Yeah,
at the end?
yeah. He got the bang from Mike Breen. Yeah, the double bang. Yeah,
that was. I honestly didn't. I felt like it was going to go in, but at the same time, because my kid's a Pacers fan, I was kind of rooting for the Pacers low key.
Yeah,
and I was really hoping they would get that little edge by winning game 1. And then when he dropped that 3, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I think they would have had. I mean, I don't know if they still would have won, but I think they could have pushed well, obviously, it would have pushed a series to 5 games at least, but I think, you know, they might have had a chance then. A little more, maybe. I don't know. But then Halliburton got hurt too, right? So
the Pacers were at a huge disadvantage without their key player.
Yeah, just like the Knicks were.
Did not
so
help
you know,
the situation, and
the Pacers wouldn't have been there if the Knicks were. The Knicks would have been there. Yeah. It's
100%. I think me and you both predicted before the playoffs even started that it was going to be Boston and the Knicks.
The Knicks would have been there anyways if whatever the hell his name is didn't hit that lucky far 3-pointer right at the end in game 3. The Pacers would have lost game 3 and they would have been down 3-0, and the Knicks would have won one of those games even if all of them guys were hurt. Like they did, you know. So when Jalen Brunson went down, it was just pointless for them to go on anyways. So if I would have been their coach, I would have just been like, all right, lay down. It is what it is. Like, what are we going to do without them? Like, let them go on. They got more, you know. Yeah.
And I think that's essentially what happened with the Pacers when Halliburton got hurt.
Yeah.
You know, like, what are we going to do against a Boston team that's nuts?
Yeah. I give them credit, though, because the games were close, though, most of them. They held up. They put up a good fight going down in all of them, even without them having them. So, you know.
Here's the finals for all the games. You ready?
Yeah.
133 to 128. 126 to 110. That was a little bit bigger of a gap, but
yeah, they pulled off at the
114 to 111. And then 105 to 102. So like they were right there for most of it, you know?
Yeah.
Boston was the better team, clearly. On paper and on the court.
And they have all the pressure on them too, which is going to play more into this next round, into the finals, in my opinion.
And which leads us to the West Coast, or not West Coast, but the Western Conference.
Yeah.
You got the Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Who's going to stop Doncic and Irving, dude?
Doncic, and Kyrie Irving.
Doncic,
yeah. Luka Doncic. I don't know, something like that.
He was hitting crazy ass threes the other night.
Yeah.
Like shit that he was just throwing that thing. It's going in.
And when he hit the game winner on Rudy Gobert, like,
dude, I watched that. Yeah. I watched that replay like 10 times. Like, how did that go in?
Yeah, he's tall and he can shoot good. Like, it's about time. I've been wishing that for the last few years that they would make it a little farther in the playoffs and stuff. And here we go.
I'm here for Dallas, dude. I'm ready.
And now that they got Kyrie too, like,
he looks like a changed man.
Yeah.
Totally. Like, he seems focused, refocused.
My fellow flat earther.
He got out of his hole. I need LeBron slump. And he's becoming his own man, and I like it.
Yeah.
He's got the "I'm a big kid now" energy, you know.
Yeah. Flat Earth gang, fellow flat earther. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is he really a flat earther?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Kyrie don't play around. That's why he didn't even play in Brooklyn because of the COVID. He wouldn't get the shot. Nothing. He's
He's a
down.
flat earther?
He's a flat earther. He is. Yes. Yeah. He's had a lot of drama and weird stuff throughout his career. He's kind of been through. Yeah. Look it up.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, oh my god, you just hot take. Wow.
Yep.
Blew my mind right there, man. He's a flat earther.
Yeah.
I knew there was a thing. I just didn't know someone famous believed that bullshit.
There's a lot.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, look it up, Logan Paul. Yeah, he went to the convention.
Do you think he just did that for clout, or do you think he's really a?
Oh, I mean, it was a
earther?
joke, but yeah, he was trolling.
I mean, the
them,
dude's
but
been
it
on
was
a-
still funny. No, there's a lot of there's a lot of flat earthers out there, especially like celebrity ones and big ones. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, looking at him, it kind of makes sense. He does look like he's got a couple screws loose.
Yeah, that's Uncle Drew. You know.
Who do you? So you got Dallas winning in the West,
Yeah.
and obviously, I mean, it's already obvious Boston won the East. That should shape up to be a good NBA final. I'd like to see that go to 7, just to add some drama to it.
Mhm.
But realistically,
Oof.
who do you see winning between Dallas and Boston?
Man, I thought it would overwhelmingly be Boston, but watching Dallas play more, I think they actually have a real shot and they have a chance. So I don't know, and all the pressure is really on Boston because they're championship or bust. Dallas is absolutely playing with house money at this point,
Yeah.
and Mark Cuban's money. You know.
Hey, he's got enough of it to go around. So
Yeah, sometimes he just annoys me being on the bench, and like acting like he's a player. And every time they score, he just comes running onto the court, like he's a player. But
yeah,
whatever.
I can't stand it. Like, dude, you're the owner.
Yeah.
Go up in your box and just
Yeah.
do whatever it is you do up there. Drugs, drink, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? Do it up there. Don't bring that energy down on the court. I think it adds like a weird kind of pressure. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like having the owner down on the court adds a little bit of a weird pressure to a team.
Right.
Like, oh, guys, the big boss is here.
No, yeah. No, I think, statistically wise, Boston should win. I guess they are technically the better team. They had a better record. They had the best record in the NBA, I believe. But maybe I'm wrong. The East was, a lot of bums too, and it was really changing between 2 and 9 for almost the whole season between injuries and other stuff. And Boston was locked in at number 1 for
months,
3/4 of the season, maybe. So they've been more consistent, but they have more pressure. So, and if Dallas knows anything, upsets and doing stuff like that, they've done it multiple times in the finals. So
they have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a hot take. I'm going Dallas in 7.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't. Yeah. I kind of hope Dallas wins because I want to see Doncic win.
So.
But
yeah. Let Kyrie get something Boston, without LeBron.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna have all the other guys. Tim Hardaway will get a ring. That'd be cool. Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah, played for the Knicks.
True.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent. On
Boston
that
is
a lot of young talent.
Very complete team. Yeah.
But let's switch it up now a little bit. Get into some. We had some RKO's. We had some exploding chairs, a flamethrower. A lot happened this weekend, man, and I thought it was really, dude. That was. Can I just say I didn't need an exploding chair when I messaged you that the only thing missing in this match right now is an exploding chair or something to explode. And then 30 seconds later, Max gets hit with an exploding chair.
Yeah, they brought everything in the kitchen sink and the exploding chair, and the bus.
We're obviously talking about AEW's Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
One of the three main events, if you will, Anarchy in the Arena, which wasn't without its moments, Like, I think one of my favorite spots in that was when they were all just fighting up in the stands and Final Countdown's playing.
It kind of got out of hand with the theme music for a little bit, and I disagree because I don't think that's the best song of all time, nor do I think it's the best entrance song of all time. So I completely disagree. But it is cool. I do like when he used it, but
my favorite part about it was when Nick Jackson Matt took the mic and he goes, "Cut the music every time this plays. Like it cost me $250,000."
Yeah,
I laughed.
Yeah, that was good.
So damn hard.
Yeah, it was like a Hollywood production,
Oh,
it was
100%.
like a Hollywood stunt production. It wasn't much of a a wrestling match, as we would say, but
I mean, Darby Allin got hit by a fucking bus.
Yeah, they allegedly, they
allegedly. No, in the back, he got hit by another bus.
Yeah,
not the one that broke his nose.
Yeah, well, I think that one did more damage somehow. So I don't. I was looking at with binoculars at the TV through all the garbage and everything that the bus allegedly hit, and I couldn't find him.
Dude, I literally,
but he was in there. They said,
yeah. I stood up. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like,
yeah.
Did he just run that into a pile of garbage, or did he hit him?
Well, they took their creative liberties and ran with it.
Dude, they ran with them.
Oh,
like I said, that match had literally everything you could need in a weird match like that. Like,
and
then
the
thumbtack shoes, man.
The thumbtacks, the mask, the thumbtack mask thing. Like, yeah. Hell of a car crash.
That was just
it was a bus crash. Yeah.
Bus crash, if you will.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I thought it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
My only gripe from that show was Willow and Mercedes, and you already know how I feel about Mercedes. So
yeah.
I think I put out
she
a
was
tweet
all right.
that
she was good. She had a few good things, when she did like the Meteora and stuff like that. It was a little more believable than I thought it would be. Like she pulled off. I'm not sure what she calls her finisher now. Is it called the bank statement still? I was impressed she was able to pull that off.
No, but the announcer almost said bank statement.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, I forget whatever the hell money shot. Is it called the money shot? So I don't. Something like that. And and she spins her kind of backwards and drops it. I was impressed she was able to pull it off with Willow and not botch it completely. So I'll give her credit there. And they put on a semi.
It was decent.
Long match in a way, but yeah. And then we got some turns with Chris Statlander, of course. And,
that was actually my favorite part of the match.
Yeah.
Just saying, that was my favorite part. I didn't see it coming. I mean, when Chris pushed what's his name?
Stokely Hathaway. Yeah.
Yes, I thought that was just them turning on Stokely, and then she just attacks Willow, and I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere, adding some drama into these storylines that AEW's so been lacking.
Yeah, I was wondering if something like that has been brewing, but
I'm here to see where that goes in the future. Big note on the show: Adam Copeland has a broken tibia.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen.
Tibia, or is that his said ankle, right? They were saying his leg at first, but now they're saying it's his ankle. Or he fractured his ankle.
He posted a TikTok saying it was his tibia.
Okay. Because I saw other reports now that kind of changed. So
yeah. Well, regardless, he's injured.
Yeah, and he, relinquished the title.
That sucks, because, dude, what were you saying?
He relinquished the title. Yeah.
Yeah. So And that was such. I don't know about you, but I love that match.
I wasn't too crazy about it.
No,
I mean, it was good. I'm not gonna say it was bad, but I'm just not too crazy about Adam Copeland at this point. You know, I like
no,
Malachi Black. You know, he's fun, but
I'm with you. Malachi carried the match, honestly,
yeah,
and like he got
and
cut
Adam
wide
Copeland
open
pulled
in the
off his
first 10 seconds.
the whole brood thing. You know, but the
Okay,
whole barbed wire steel cage stuff. You know,
what's the point of a steel cage match if
it was
one of the
mostly
ways to
steel
win it
cage.
gets
It was
taken out of
about
the equation?
90% steel cage, 10% barbed wire. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there was like 3 swoops throughout like the sides, and then the top was wrapped. But like,
Yeah, it was lean. It was lean meat. He'd make tacos with it.
oh,
The steel-
100%, you
yeah,
could ground that beef up and make some fajitas.
yeah, yeah,
We're gonna switch it over to King and Queen of the Ring, which that was a botch fest, man. I don't know about you, but that whole event was fucking littered with botches.
What did you not like about it?
Oh, I
What
don't
did you
know.
see?
Randy
Yeah,
Orton taking a pin with his shoulder way off the mat. That
yeah. Do you think that was on purpose? Do you think it was planned?
I don't know, because
Yeah,
if you watch that moment back, you see as the ref's counting one, he
yeah,
turns his head and sees that his shoulder's up, and then looks
yeah,
away from the whole pin and keeps counting. So I don't know. I don't like that finish at all. You could hear in the crowd, it took the juice out of that arena. The
yeah.
way that ended.
They've kind of played and ran with it now too, with Triple H and covering for it. So I'm sure they'll use it as part of the story now. You know, might as
I
well.
mean, you
Yeah,
could, but with them being on different brands, is there a point?
yeah. That's true. Maybe it won't even come to that then. That's
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
be their excuse, and it's over.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I think
Saudi
that's a good
anyways, so who
excuse for
cares?
Randy to turn heel.
Yeah, you gonna
Like
go heel
if
again?
Randy turns
Oh,
heel,
Jesus.
mad about the whole situation, I should have been King of the Ring. Just start hitting everybody with RKO's.
I feel like he's too old now for that.
He might be. I don't know.
Yeah,
But like
he's got
this
more
goes back to
wisdom
what I've
now.
said before
Yeah,
to you. He deserves one more push. Like while he's in the athletic state of physical well-being that he is, you got to capitalize on that while you can.
yeah. I'm not sure if maybe he doesn't even want that. You know, he might just be content with being there and being part of it, and happy to be back at this point in his life. So
I'm with that. And truthfully, I just want to
yeah,
see him and KO stay as a tag team and take the titles off A-Town Down Under.
you think that's what's coming? That's
I don't know
possible,
if
huh?
I
Yeah,
think that's what's going to happen. I would like that to happen.
right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like, I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, who knows what's next for all of them? So, and the tag team titles aren't really being promoted much right now, other than seen here and there for both brands. So
I
why
mean, you
not?
got Miz and Truth defending him more than you got A-Town Down Under even showing up with the belt.
Yeah, and if they're not defending them, they're doing like little vignettes and stuff, which are funny, but it's not really making the
Yeah.
titles relevant. So yeah,
No, and it's like the tag team division got presented these new belts and then got sent to the backstage. Like the background of what's going on in the current run of the business. It's weird.
yeah,
But
yeah, to say the least. Yeah.
but what did you think was better? Hot take. What event was better? Double or Nothing or King and Queen of the Ring?
Ooh, God, I have to look at the card again. I feel like double or nothing was better in ways. There was a lot less matches on King of the Ring though, too, right?
Way less matches. I mean, we had the big moment with Liv Morgan winning the title in
Yeah.
hilarious fashion.
So that was maybe my favorite part. Yeah. That was the most
Agreed.
unpredictable part. And that's what I wanted. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I'm glad that they pulled the trigger on it for sure. Yeah.
I'm with you, dude. I think
Yeah.
me and you are the only two that we know that were really on the Liv Morgan revenge tour.
Yeah. Oh, well, I
But
mean, a lot of people are on the Liv Morgan Revenge tour. It's popular, of course. I'm sure it's a
it's a good
good
tour.
selling. good
Everybody,
selling
if you
T-shirt.
haven't heard, get your tickets. The Revenge Tour is coming around.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you had that moment
I don't know. I
Raw
feel
with her.
yeah,
That was weird. It looked like a forced kiss.
Well, sometimes you gotta,
Careful.
you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. My favorite part of Double or Nothing was MJF coming back, of course.
Yes. The wolf of
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah, the wolf of wrestling, yeah. I ain't fucking going nowhere.
Dude, that was perfect.
I'm not fucking leaving. Yeah.
Shades of Wolf of Wall Street. I saw the shirt already. Wolf of Wrestling. I want it.
Yeah.
And he does the Ric Flair on the mask. That was awesome.
Yeah. It was perfect. I don't know how you could make it any better,
honestly,
that
when
segment, that promo,
Dude, that segment was top tier. That was probably his best promo he's done. But when Cole was in the ring first, and then you see that video play of someone walking down the hall, going into the MJF room.
Yeah.
I just thought that was going to be it, like a tease that he's coming.
That's what I thought. I thought it was just a little vignette, and then, for down the road, for like weeks down, that he's coming back. Not that, and then everything went black. Well, it didn't go black, but it stopped playing, and the crowd was chanting it and looking at the entrance ramp, and Adam Cole was looking at the entrance ramp. So I was like, shit, is this really about to happen? Yeah.
Oh, dude, I lost my shit.
Yeah, I think the whole world lost their shit at that point.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I could not believe it.
Insane.
That made that whole pay-per-view immediately 11 times better.
Yeah. That was the favorite part. That was my favorite part of the pay-per-view. So I guess I would have to go with King and Queen of the Ring as far as like wrestling, maybe. Yeah. Because I enjoyed more of the matches and like the outcomes, but I enjoyed MJF's part of, coming back. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
My personal opinion.
Yeah.
And this is coming from, well, hello there. We're going to go down here. Okay. What was I saying?
Can't control a pussy.
No, you can't control this one. She crazy. She'll ruin your life. But my hot take of it all was Double or Nothing to me was better.
Okay.
For reasons. It seemed like they were starting to add some depth to their storylines with some of these matches. Yeah. With obviously the exception of Adam Cole getting injured. But and then I look at King and Queen of the Ring, and there was so much I was looking forward to with that event.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, the one
I think it was more predictable, besides the first match.
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you. It was very predictable. Like halfway through, I mean, you knew Cody wasn't going to lose.
Well, so was Double or Nothing too. It was pretty predictable too.
Yeah, you knew the Elite weren't going to lose.
You knew Swerve was going to win for the most part.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez.
All right, guys. I guess I'm doing the show with the cat now. I'm fine with it. Yep. She's here for it.
Yeah.
Can I help you? All right, you gotta go. I love you, but please. Anyway, I just overall I felt like Double or Nothing was more entertaining to watch.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my take on that. You got anything else you want to say about professional wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah. You enjoyed both?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. There was the one thing that dropped me with King and Queen of the Ring, and this goes back to the nickname you gave me ages ago.
Yeah.
You call me QR Kev for a reason.
Yes. So let's get the download. What's the update? There was one?
Yeah, there was a QR code during King of the Ring.
Okay, what was it?
Nothing.
Literally nothing, or?
I think I sent it to you. It was I believe it was all the different clickable things. It was like journal entries, and didn't really give a shit about that. And then Monday night there was another one.
Okay. Yes.
And on the one on Monday night, I don't know if I put it on my Twitter. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
It was that therapist that.
Oh, okay. There's more of the missing therapist.
Yeah, but it was her speaking like, okay, hey, everybody, I'm fine. it was like her saying all that, and then she goes, "I'm just happy he set me free." And then the video cuts out, and then it shows some figure sitting in her therapist chair.
What's the figure? Or you can't tell what it is.
You can't really make it out, but it's definitely fucking Uncle Howdy without the hat.
Okay, yeah. Well, we've seen a couple things I've seen that lead me to believe that it's obviously Uncle Howdy. Is I saw a picture of his. They had a picture of his mouth in one of the things, and they lined it up with Bo Dallas's mouth, and you could clearly see it was his
It was him.
goatee and his teeth. And then there was that one video. It was like there was a reflection in the window or something.
Yes, and someone was standing in the back.
It looked like Uncle Howdy's mask. So, yeah.
I mean, at this point, like I've told you several times already, and I called this. You could read any of the comments that people are making about this situation now. Right. Everyone's getting sick of it. They're getting sick of the teases, sick of the QR codes.
People just want to know what it is now.
Just show up. Like, it's not even that they want to know what it is. I think everybody at this point knows what it is. It's just like, okay, you had your fun. Now can we get down to business?
Right.
Like, who are you going to attack? Like, just do something. I don't even care if they're heel, face,
it's about damn
whatever.
time.
Do something. So I'm fingers crossed again for Clash at the Castle. That seems to be when it's going to happen, but I've said that for every fucking pay-per-view since WrestleMania. So I don't really know when it's going to happen.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Well, there ain't going to be no match till SummerSlam, at least, for sure.
At least.
Yeah.
But that's really all I got about pro wrestling. Let's switch it into some boxing.
Jeez, yeah.
We got the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. Give me 1 second, Andy.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
As far as boxing goes, we got the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight coming up soon. That is going to be on Netflix. These rules, I'm not with it. You got 8 2-minute rounds. Final scores to count on professional record. They're wearing 14-ounce gloves, heavier than any boxing match has ever had.
Weird.
I think they're making these rules so that Jake Paul actually has a chance against Mike Tyson.
Oh, I thought they changed the rules. I thought there were already something else that favored him, and then it became more of an official bout, and then they changed the rules, and they went to regulation gloves, from what I was told.
From what I'm seeing, it's 14 ounces, which I think the regulation is 12. Which very odd.
Yeah.
Very odd. But realistically...
Well, I heard he was paying for the whole thing pretty much, and, you know...
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's good promotion for boxing, right? I don't know. I don't want to be let down. I don't want to see Mike Tyson lose, honestly, but...
No, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's Iron Mike.
Yeah.
How are you you can't realistically tell me Iron Mike is gonna lose a fight to Jake
Nobody
Paul.
wants to see Mike Tyson get knocked out. You know, like...
No one wants to see Mike Tyson
God
get
forbid
knocked out. I don't care if he's in his prime or 80 years old.
If that happens, I'll fucking lose my fucking mind.
I'm with you. I'm gonna lose my shit. I just want to see Jake Paul get his stupid weird head knocked off his shoulders.
If he loses, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
I hear that. But let's move on to something and have a little quick fun conversation, if we will.
Yeah.
There's a couple movies coming out. One of them comes out tomorrow. It's called Of a Violent Nature. Andy, have you heard of this movie?
Yes. That's the one through the killer's eyes, I believe, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I've been hearing about this for a couple months now, I believe, when one of the trailers came out. I believe it was probably at a film festival that it debuted at, when the hype really started building over this on the internet. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Is it just in theaters, or is it going to be streaming, or?
Pretty sure it's just in theaters right now,
oh,
but
wow.
I mean, that's crazy. For a movie that seems to be like on a Sundance level, to be just strictly in theaters and not right to streaming platforms, that's wild. I will happily spend the money to go see it.
Yeah, it's got some good hype to it. It's got some good reviews from what I saw too, right?
That's what
So,
I'm seeing. Like people are putting it up there as
yeah,
far as being a killer movie, like a slasher film. It seems to be
right.
hitting everyone's docket as far as what a good slasher movie should consist of.
Yeah, because I did see a trailer on it, another trailer the other day, and it was a different one from the original one I had saw, and there was definitely more to it. So, God, I can't wait to see what it's
I
about and
can't.
how it plays out. Like completely, like I'm just interested to see how it was filmed. You know, we know how it was, but like how the story plays out with it and just
Right.
what
Like
it is. You know,
how are you gonna follow the killer through the whole movie? I can't wait to see, like, is it gonna be the killer looking for the victims in the house while they're hiding? Like shit like that.
well, how's it gonna have like a
That's
story to it then, or build a story to it, or like,
what if it's there, who knows? I'm
yeah.
here for it though.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it could be that good if it just follows somebody going around killing you and you don't get no explanation from it or anything either. So there's got to be a little more to it, right?
I'm sure there's going to be some kind of backstory as to why he's killing, or
Yeah, or
backstory as
somehow
to
it
who he's
explains it
killing.
or something, hopefully. Yeah.
Who knows? We might get the backstory at the end, like the explanation of why by the end of the movie. You never know.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm here for this movie though.
Oh,
You
yeah.
sent me a trailer for this movie called The Trap.
Yeah. Trapped. Or Trap. The Trap.
The
Trap.
Trap.
Yeah.
Trap. Either way, that movie looks interesting.
Yeah. It's
It's
Night
another. Is it
Shyamalan, I
like a
believe,
horror movie, or
too.
is that more suspense? Right, Shyamalan's doing a
Uh,
lot lately.
yeah, it doesn't really show. I mean, he always has some type of twist in his movies, right?
Always. I mean, dude, The Village.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Um,
yeah.
did you see the popcorn bucket that just came out for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, yeah, that looks cool. Yeah. You
I
know,
want it.
the last one that came out that looked really cool was the Ghostbusters one. The slime, the Slimer one,
Yeah,
which is
dude, that
for the
was
last
cool.
one that was just in the theaters. Yeah.
That movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, was all right. You know, or not Afterlife. What was this one called? Was it Afterlife?
Good question. It was called Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. The
Right.
first one was Afterlife when it came back. This one's Frozen
Sorry.
Empire. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Sorry, everybody.
Yep.
They were both pretty good. I mean, Paul Rudd, he's growing on me. He did a good job as Ant-Man.
Hmm.
But yeah, dude, that popcorn bucket came out. The movie comes out, I believe, July 25th. I solely believe that Deadpool and Wolverine is going to save the MCU
Really?
from its current state. Oh, dude, it's been so bad lately. I don't know if you've.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think it's beyond
I mean, I
saving?
hope so. I just don't. I don't know what they can do with it anymore. I feel like it peaked with Infinity Wars and Endgame, and it's been on a slow decline since then.
Dude, I agree. I
Yeah.
honestly agree. But like I said, this movie has the potential to rectify a lot of issues that have gone wrong in the MCU since. One of those being where I think this movie is going to be a love letter to the Fox X-Men world, which it really seems to be. Everybody, all the characters that have been confirmed for it, Toad from the original X-Men movies,
Okay.
Pyro from the original X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've heard, Sabretooth. James Marsden
Really?
said
Okay.
that he was filming Sonic 3 around the corner and who knows what might happen. So James Marsden's Cyclops could show up. They confirmed that Elektra from the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, that
Yeah.
she's going to be in it.
Really? Huh.
There's a lot of people showing up in this movie. It's going to be a cameo fest.
Yeah, I catch a lot of heat for it because I know a lot of people like it, but I've never, I think Ryan Reynolds is funny and all that, but I've never been a huge Deadpool fan. Yeah.
Really? See, that's wild to me because I feel like you would be
Yeah.
the first in line for his kind of humor.
Yeah, I mean, it's just too much sometimes. Like I
I get
haven't.
that.
I'm not gonna say I haven't enjoyed all the movies, but how much how many times are you gonna do it? Like, how many jokes can you make about this and that and just keep it going? And like, I'm over the
I
MCU at this point. Until you're gonna bring back like Iron Man and like all the old like, I don't know. Like
well,
the
I
Eternals
think we'll get
you
that.
know,
Oh, the Eternals sucked.
I didn't even want to watch it. I didn't want to ever watch an MCU movie ever again after I watched the Eternals. Like,
I actually, that movie. And here's my biggest issue with everything since the Eternals. No one's gonna address the half celestial being sticking out of the world.
yeah, I
That's just
just don't
frozen there now.
understand how it plays into Infinity Wars and everything ending and they control stuff and like they just like making up shit on the fly. It seems like I don't know.
I know. Switch into something we both are excited for.
Oh
It
yeah,
comes
but we
out.
want to talk about Deadpool. We want to talk about one of the greatest movies of all time ever made, superhero movies. Now on Netflix, Madam Web. Now, what did you think about Madam Web? Because it caught a lot of heat when it
Do you see
came
this
out,
face?
right?
Do you see this face? That
I
movie was
watched it on.
awful.
I thought it was better than people said it was.
Oh,
Honestly,
how? That movie was so bad. God, even Sydney Sweeney refuses to acknowledge that she was in that movie. Like, did you see her on SNL? She's like, in her intro, she's like, "I'm Sydney Sweeney. You probably know me from Euphoria, but you definitely didn't go see me in Madam Web."
yeah. Well, it was pretty
That
fucking
movie was
dumb,
so bad, but it went.
it wasn't
It,
so bad like that
dude,
I
it
had to
looked.
turn it off.
Oh,
I watched the
for
whole
me it
thing.
was.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Oh, really? Yeah. I
I
watched it. I
couldn't.
was like, I don't know why people think this movie's so bad. I like this movie. I might buy the
It
movie
was like,
poster and put it up on my wall. Like,
please don't. It was like college kids made a movie and got an F.
yeah, there's some
I
weird
hated
fucking
everything about that movie.
plot issues and like it was kind of comical. I don't.
I'm really shocked you even brought that up. That movie was so bad. But
The Black Spider-Man. Yeah.
now that that's out of my system, God, wow. Now I feel like I got to brush my teeth. I don't know why. That just left a horrible taste in my mouth.
I can't believe you didn't like Madam Web.
I hated every second that I think I watched 40 minutes of it, and it was just unbearable.
If they're gonna call it Madam Web, they should at least, be like have the woman run like a brothel or a whorehouse. She's like the female version of Spider-Man.
Something, dude.
Just shooting webs,
throwing
ropes.
They didn't even do the. Yeah. Oh my God, that movie was so bad.
I hope she makes an appearance in the new Spider-Man with everybody else.
Oh God. Watch her show up in Secret Wars, like just in the background. Boy, that was bad. But are you excited for you're a Star Wars guy, right, Andy?
Yeah, I enjoy Star Wars. Yeah. I like the Enterprise and Captain Kirk and the guy from Reading Rainbow. No.
Oh my God. What just happened?
No.
Did we just go into the multiverse?
No, I like Star Wars, yeah. I haven't followed every little offshoot series that they've had up to this point. I did watch all of The Mandalorian.
Okay.
I can't remember the other ones I've seen that came out. I haven't watched that one yet. Yeah.
You gotta watch Ahsoka.
What was the one that Darth Vader showed up in?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, that was good. I watched all that. I loved
it.
That was good. The second part of it, or whatever, when all that started to happen. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Dude, seeing that rematch between Vader and Kenobi.
Yeah.
Like clearly before A New Hope.
Yep.
Oh, and then
it was
the
mask. Well done. It was well done. Yeah.
Dude, that mask cut, that scene alone. You just, as someone who grew up with the prequel movies, that moment was perfect for me. Personally.
Yeah. And Star Wars is great because, obviously has a lot of fans. And it's like, there's so much to it, which makes it a little harder now because there's like so many animated series and this and that. And just like the timeline, it's so vast between so many years, like light years or, we can't even put it into ours. to a certain extent, right? Because
You
it's just
can't.
so much, like, and so
I think it's
big, the
years,
universe, right? So yeah,
but like,
yeah, no, it is, but it's yeah,
well, now
there's a
that
lot
that
to it.
universe is going to an era we haven't really seen yet, and that's about 100 years before the Skywalker saga begins. And I'm talking about the Acolyte, the show that premieres
Okay,
June 4th. It seems to be about the Jedi, and obviously way before any of the Skywalkers, or even Kenobi, or any of them.
what is it, like the first Jedi type of thing or something?
No, it's not the
Oh,
first Jedi. It's like the High Republic era. So it's
oh, okay, yeah,
when the
yeah.
Jedi were still like the enforcers and the peacekeepers of the galaxy, and the Sith were starting to come up through the cracks again.
Oh, okay, so that might be good then. Yeah, yeah,
The first 4 episodes are getting positive reviews by people online that have
yeah,
been lucky enough to see it so far.
yeah.
But it is 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Okay,
I don't know much else about it other than we've got some really cool fight scenes. I saw one fight scene between the Jedi and the Acolyte character, and there was no
okay,
lightsabers, no guns. It was just like hand to hand, like John Wick style, just like fight choreography.
right,
And it was insane. I loved it. I can't wait to watch this on June 4th. It's only a couple days away.
The Book of Boba Fett.
That that could have been so much better.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you watch
Ahsoka, I
that one?
haven't watched that one yet. No, but
You
she
gotta watch
showed up
Ahsoka.
in the end of the Mandalorian, though. Right? Is that kind of where it
Yes.
made it? Okay, yeah, yeah,
That's where she starts off as far as that story. I
yeah,
recommend, if you haven't watched the animated show Star Wars Rebels,
yeah.
if you're not big on animation, I get it, but if you can stomach some of it,
Yeah.
watch Rebels. It's a great show, and Ahsoka is essentially Rebels season 5.
Okay. Yep.
Like, you'll understand it better if you at least, even the last
Yeah, I've
couple
seen some of the
seasons
clips. I haven't
Rebels,
watched it,
just
and
watch
I
that.
I know somebody that's like very, very, yeah, very much into it. That loves Star Wars. Like knows a lot about it. Hangs on every episode.
Gotcha.
They fill me in on it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of up
They
to
wanted to
par
hit
with
you
it.
up too. They wanted to come on here at some time too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm game.
Yeah.
I'm game. I could spend a whole episode talking Star Wars, man.
Yeah, they do like cosplay too. He dresses up as Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that's Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's like Star-Lord ain't Star Wars.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, but yeah, it's not Star Wars, but he dresses up as that. But he's a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
When you said Star-Lord, I'm thinking Starkiller. I'm like,
Starcade?
dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
Starcade. Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mentioned something to him about this, and he was like, "Oh man, I'd love to blah 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 blah." Yeah, so
let's have him on sometime. But
his name's
last
also
thing
Andrew.
I wanted to, of course it is. Now
Yeah.
you'll be Andy, he'll be Drew, or you'll be he'll be Drew, and Drew, and Drew.
Yeah.
But last thing I wanted to get into, and this is something that I think we're both very excited for. You ready? Drum roll.
Yeah. Let's go.
Dexter Original Sin.
Oh yeah.
I am so beyond excited for this, only because Michael C. Hall is still attached to this.
Okay, is he?
I don't know. Yeah, I checked out the casting so far, and I'm going to read it to you like this. You got Christian Slater playing Harry Morgan as Dad. That's a little odd to me. Christian Slater's it's a bold cast right there.
Yeah, but he's good. I think that's cool. Yeah.
He is good. Playing the young Dexter Morgan, we got Patrick Gibson. I don't know what he's been in. I'm gonna tell you in about 3 seconds what he's been in. Patrick Gibson has been in he's more of like a soap opera guy. He's an Irish actor known for his roles in The Tudors.
Okay,
look him up.
Shadow and Bone. Yeah. Huh.
And he was Tolkien.
Oh yeah, okay. I can kind of see that.
You can see it? Do you see him portraying young Dexter?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
We got the young and pretty talented. I can't remember where she's been in. I've seen her in something, but Molly Brown is playing Deborah Morgan.
Okay, Molly Brown. Huh.
And back to some extent as Dexter is the always great Michael C. Hall.
So he's gonna be in it.
Well, my prediction is he's going to be like a voiceover, like telling the story. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah,
Or,
and that'll appease the fans too. Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
Because it's connecting the original 2 series to this new kind of obvious story on Dexter's early life.
I stayed in
showing
tune.
how Harry taught him the code.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to that. We'll see how many bodies they got up to that point, right?
Dude, I don't know. I would assume at least if it's gonna lead up till Dexter. Because from what I saw, the synopsis of this show.
Remember how many he had in the air conditioner at first? You know, like.
Oh yeah, when the show first started, there was already about 30 slides in there.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah. And that's just, he could have fucking restarted before that too.
Like another box.
Yeah, it could have been a whole different trophy system. Like.
Right, like what was the trophy system before the slides?
Yeah.
And on top of that, I want to note that the series is saying that this is around the time where he starts getting those inclinations of the dark passenger wanting to take over. Okay. And he's starting a career as an intern at Miami Metro.
Okay, so Harry gets him the job, right? Because Harry is a cop too, right?
Harry's the cop.
Yeah, Harry's a detective.
Yes.
Yeah. Or he was a regular cop.
No, he was a cop.
Yeah, right.
He was a regular cop.
He was a cop. Because he was the cop and he found Dexter, in the pool of blood.
Hot take, I want Dokes back.
Jeez.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I don't know how they're going to... Oh, they're going to get like a younger Dokes. Okay, yeah. That'll be an asshole.
Yeah, younger Dokes. Give me younger Dokes. Give me a young LaGuerta.
Yeah.
Like, you could do all these original characters.
Yeah, the guy that's going to play Dexter, I think he looks close. Like, I think it's going to be good. Yeah. I think he'll be able to pull it off. And then Christian Slater, too. He can... Yeah.
Christian Slater
looks like he can be kind of a psychopath too, so it's
right. And if he's the one teaching Dexter the code, and how to get away with murdering people, I'm here for it.
Yeah. And I
don't
stayed
know
in
when
tune
the
a lot
with. Going to come out.
Yeah, they probably don't have a release date yet for it.
Not yet. Not that I'm seeing.
I stayed in tune with the online community for Dexter New Blood, and a lot of people obviously weren't happy with how it ended up.
I mean,
some were, some weren't. Okay, but
were you?
No, no. I wanted him to keep going on forever. I don't care what he did. I mean, but people felt like he got what he deserved, and it was kind of like a ending that needed to be had, like a conclusion, because it wasn't going to go on forever, right? So no, I wanted them to move away and kill Angela and fucking
dude,
go move and get the pools and go somewhere else, but it didn't happen. So
get a house. They should have gotten a house. God damn it, Harrison.
Yeah, he blew his chance.
Fucked up, kid.
Idiot.
Blew your chance. All for
Dumb
a girl.
Fuck.
You fucking pussy.
And Angela could have been cool about it too, but no. She had to go look into it.
She turned into Skylar White.
Yeah.
Do you understand that reference?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I hated Skylar White in Breaking Bad, and in the last 3 episodes of New Blood, I hated Angela.
Right. Yeah. She was going to end up getting got by Kurt anyways, too. He
should have let her.
Yeah.
He should have fucking let her and then killed Kurt.
Yeah.
But my opinion was based on how the original show ended, with him dumping Deb's body into the ocean and then riding directly into a fucking hurricane and then not being dead. That pissed me off, because I'm like,
I thought that was cool. I was happy he wasn't dead. I was glad he wasn't dead. Because I knew that there was a chance it would start again someday.
Yeah.
That the show would come back.
I get that. Okay, maybe I just wasn't looking at it from that point of view, because my point of view is, how could anybody believably survive a hurricane going into it on a little ass boat?
Yeah, well, yeah,
That was my
I don't
issue.
know.
And then
Whatever.
to just kill him off
Right.
10 episodes into this new show, which was surprisingly good.
Yeah,
It's
no, it
just,
was a good show. It was well put together. I liked the way that they filmed it. You know, it was different. Like the colors were different. It was cold. It was north. You know, like it had a different feel compared to like the Miami feel of it, the cinematography of it. You know,
100%. It was definitely shot more like a suspense, like a thriller series, as opposed to just
yeah.
what it
The
was
soundtrack was
originally.
good too. I thought that was cool. Yeah, how they
Very cool.
ended some of the episodes. Yeah, which on one of the end of the episodes is one of Michael C. Hall's band is playing. It's a song called Ketamine.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He would have a song
Yep.
called Ketamine.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right.
But,
Yeah.
right?
But there was some loopholes, some weird loopholes that in plot holes rather. Sorry, in New Blood that they tracked back to Miami that didn't make sense because he used like a completely different thing this time than he did back then. But even though they put it together, like it was like they like really were
With like the needles?
they were really grasping at straws with a few things.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as what Angela was able to connect to him, yes.
That's
And then Batista being the guy to really put it together, like, oh shit. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, and people wanted him more too. They wanted him more than just like a a Skype call.
Dude, I know. When I texted you, I'm like, oh shit, Batista's in it. And then you see him in the last like 30 seconds of the final episode. It's like whatever. We clearly ain't gonna see you come to Iron Lake, so bye. Whatever.
Yeah. And it was actually, it was plotted as Iron Lake, New York, kind of out your way, out in central western New York, kind of supposed to be if you look up where it was actually filmed in Massachusetts, and I actually went through the town a couple times afterwards and took a few pictures and walked over the bridge and went to the store where that tavern is, the bar was, and stuff like that, and where the truck stop was. And
we saw Caldwell's. You sent me the picture of Caldwell's.
I did. Yep. Yeah, it's a cool little town. I guess a few things have been filmed there, and I went there in the wintertime too, so it was kind of eerie and like seeing the woods and how it looked like that. It was, it was cool. Yeah.
That's a wild.
And the town embraced it too, because they were still selling like stuff in the little diner there and the gift shop, and yeah. They had their autographed pictures on the wall, of course, and yep.
Oh. I mean, when you're a small town like that and something big like that happens to you,
right. Yeah.
You got to run with it. I mean,
oh yeah.
That's something huge. But I don't know about you, but that's all I got for the pilot episode of Screen Squad, my brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That was a good talk about all this, and we love these movies. And we got so much more to talk about with, sports, of course, and wrestling, but also all the movies and TV. Quick, we wanted to talk about, because tomorrow we got a big drop on our hands, right?
Eminem is dropping a new single from his new album, The Death of Slim Shady.
Yes.
The single is called Houdini. Don't know what time it drops tomorrow, but at some point we will be posting a reaction to this song. I know you have a busy evening coming up tomorrow night.
That's true. Yeah, I think it might come out at midnight. Honestly, a lot of times they'll drop stuff on Amazon Music like that and YouTube. So yeah,
I hope he doesn't. I hope it comes out like 10 a.m. Something like that. I'd rather be at a time where everybody's awake. But we will be doing a reaction to that. Quick, I wanted to shout out. You might recognize this beautiful devil from another show on YouTube called Ringside Renaissance. He handles that with Pretty Deadly Jesse.
Yeah.
And me and him are going to be doing this show from here on out, while they focus on the big wrestling talks, which I'm happy for you guys. I love it. Who knows? Maybe in the future there could be a multiversal crossover.
Yeah, the multiverse.
Multiverse.
Yep.
Be insane.
Yep.
Kevin Feige, come hire us. But you and Pretty Deadly Jesse are going to be hitting up Albany Arena tomorrow night, right?
Yes. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be attending WWE SmackDown live in Albany, New York. Yeah.
I swear to God, if you're present for the Uncle Howdy return, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, we'll be searching high and low for pretty deadly. We're gonna go try to make our way backstage and make it noted and seen and documented that we
Get
are
a
trying.
selfie with Kit.
Yeah, we're gonna make our way back there one way or another. I don't care if somebody has to blow a security guard. Preferably neither of us.
I'll be running. I'll be running surveillance from home, all right? I'll be watching it live, and I'll text you, yo, go, now's your shot.
Yeah. I'm going to bribe a security guard if I have to, in any way possible, to get a look.
I'm a security guard.
Fair enough. Yep. Yeah.
But I hope you guys have a fun night.
Thank you.
Should be a good episode of SmackDown.
Yeah. Yep. We'll look
keep
forward
doing
to
what you guys do.
Talk about,
get that name out there.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep. Same. Screen Squad, baby.
Yeah. Screen Squad. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned week to week for some new episodes. Tell us what you want. You want us to do a horror-based? We'll obviously gonna do a horror-based.
Yeah.
Look at his background.
Absolutely.
He looks like the Fiend's about to come up from the ground and kill him. That's all I got for this week. Until next time, join the squad.
Boom.
Damn.